These are my options, and although I believe hands down that these cards are the most beautiful, they are very pretty, I have to remember that this calendar is for my boys, and more than likely they are going to be using it more than their sister. I even looked at this over here, and I'm like, okay, we can do the polka dots and the blue theme, and then, you know, there are 50 cards in this one. And I was thinking, you know, we can use 25 of the polka dot cards and 5 of the floral cards, but still my boys will probably use it more than my daughter, seeing as how she's only 4. Then I came across this one, and there are 2, 3, 4, 5 different shaped cards in there. Although the colors are not really what I was looking forward to, I think we're going to end up going with this one because this is more boy themed. So I just lined all of these envelopes up on this IKEA frame, and here are the cards. I have to tape these envelopes on. Assalamu alaikum, and here we have the finished product of the Ramadan calendar. Some people may call it an Advent calendar, but I don't fill the pockets with toys or those type of gifts. I fill it with gifts like the learning, the knowledge. So, for the first pocket, when the kids go in here, the first card that we will be learning from is learn the dua for the first 10 days, which is a certain, for Ramadan, because there are 30 days, for the first 10 days you recite a certain dua, for the next 10 days you recite another dua, and for the last 10 you recite a third dua. And that's because the first 10 days are filled with mercy, the second 10 days are filled with maghfirah or forgiveness, and the last 10 are filled with the expectation that souls will be protected, or people will be protected from going to hell, or they will be released from the hellfire. So the first dua would be Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, bi-Rahmatika, astagheethu. And then we discuss the first lines of Holy Quran, which is from Surah-tul-Alaq. And inshallah, it's our goal, or my goal, to try to teach my children from the first day all the way through until the last day of Ramadan, Surah-tul-Alaq, inshallah, because that was the first lines recited to Nabi Muhammad ﷺ during the month of Ramadan. For day number 2, this card would go in, attend iftar at our local masjid. So that would be, and make misbahat with beads. So the craft for this day would be, the children are going to make the misbahat with beads, probably just 33 beads instead of 100. That way they can make more, or they can get more out of it. And the last part is give it away at iftar. So this craft for today would be to make misbahat for people and give them away as gifts. So we would have to attend iftar at our local masjid, and in order to do that. The third one is explore the new Quran pen. Recently, my husband and I gifted my children with a Quran pen. It's the first Quran pen that we've ever had, and my kids really enjoy it, but we didn't allow them to really get into it because we wanted to save it until Ramadan so that they can get the most out of it, or the most out of Holy Quran, through the Quran pen, through these exercises, through their studies, and we just preserved it for that. So this would be a day that they study Surah-tul-Alaq or Surah-tul-Alaq and try to memorize it by using the Quran pen. Inshallah, we'll see what happens with that. Day 4 would be read a story about Ramadan from our latest book collection. If you've seen my other videos where I had a book review, we have some new books in our library. So they would read a story about Ramadan from our latest collection, or pick a story from the stories of the Sahaba, which is still another new book in our library or in our collection, and they have to read that story. Or I can read it to them, either way, however we decide as a family. Day 5 would be check the phases of the moon calendar, which I'll insert a picture. And what it is, it's stickers, because I'm trying to match up the moon or the phases of the moon along with the phases of the moon from real life. So there will be a sticker put on or stuck to each day of the phases of the moon that are in real life, and we're going to try to look at the sky and see if it matches with the moon that's in the picture. Or we'll look at the sky the previous night, or we'll look at the sky the following night after picking the card. For day 6, help prepare for a community iftar. So our family will contribute the iftar for that night during Ramadan, and it has on here, you know, some of the ideas of what we can make for Ramadan, or for iftar, I'm sorry. And I'll just read off the rest because I've only listed 20 so far for the sake of time, and inshallah I will link, or I will type up everything in the description box, all 30 of the activities that we have planned, inshallah. So far we got to number 6. The next one was number 7, study Surah-tul-Alaq and memorize the next few lines wherever we left off in the first 6 days. So on day number 7, we'll try to start on a few new lines from the surah. Number 8, we're going to discuss how the Kaaba was purified and cleared of idols on the 8th day of Ramadan. And on day number 9, we start a list of 10 ways Allah has shown His mercy, because like I mentioned earlier, the first 10 days are all about mercy, 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 having lots of mercy. So on the 10th day, I'd like for my children to list some of the ways, or to reminisce some of the ways that they feel that they've been shown mercy throughout those first 10 days. So they would list that. Then we would visit a local masjid for iftar. So instead of going to our masjid, we would go to the neighboring masjid and help there, and we contribute there. Also, just to make ties with other local Muslims and to meet other Muslims in the area. So basically to expand. Let's see. For the 10th day, we would complete the list of 10 ways that we will show mercy. If my children don't finish, if they don't complete it, then on day number 10, they will complete the list of ways they felt they were shown mercy. Day number 11, we'll give some charity. It can vary, you know, not to say it doesn't matter, but we'll come up with a form or a way of giving charity. Day 12, read one of our new Ramadan books. Again, from my previous video, we purchased some new books for our library, and they are basically all about Ramadan, or they're Islamic books. Day 13, we're going to go over Surah-tul-Alaq again with the Quran pen, so we're going to study it again. Day 14, we're going to go over Salah positions and surahs. Day 15, we're halfway through Ramadan, so we're going to make Eid cards for the neighbors, inshallah. Either they can make them by hand, or we can make them on the computer and they can print it out. Day 16, we're going to give something to a neighbor, a gift. We'll either make some gifts, or we'll take something that we value and we'll give it to one of the neighbors. Day 17, we will read about the Battle of Badr. It's a history lesson, because on the 17th of Ramadan, the Muslims had victory at the Battle of Badr. Day 18, we will study or revise Surah-tul-Alaq again and try to memorize it from beginning all the way to whichever ayat number we're on. Day 19, we're going to write down 5 things that we are thankful for. Day 20, we are going to discuss forgiveness, how to forgive, or if we have anyone that we need to forgive or anyone we need to ask forgiveness of. And we're going to learn the second set of du'as that you say for the second 10 10 days during Ramadan. And that's all I have written so far. I will, inshallah, write the rest of the activities in the description link, or in the description box below. And I got this idea. I will link the person's channel as well, where I got the idea for putting the Advent together, the calendar together in envelopes and putting cards in there, because there are a lot of Muslim YouTubers out there, and they are homeschoolers, or they are teachers for their children, and they have so many good ideas out there, alhamdulillah. So I was inspired by some of their videos, and I will link them in the description below, inshallah. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please take time to subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit that like button, and inshallah enjoy your month of Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.